All right. Well, it says we're live. Let me just check and see if we've got a feed yet.
All right, I'm going to go to YouTube as well. Let me cut the volume down now.
That way, if anybody comes through.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Not the will test now. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Oops.
Oh, yep. There we go. Good on that. All right. Let me do one other thing.
Down.
Anybody that's coming through, come on in. Have yourself a seat real quick.
And let's go to YouTube.
And all right. Hey, what's up, IG? I just wanted to let anybody know that might be up or not too busy. Come on over to the YouTube channel. There's a link in my bio. I'm in here with Gamma Podz. We're about to have a live stream. I'm trying to switch this thing around. Of course, it's right in my face. There we go. Gamma's in here, about to have a chat. Also, project just dropped. Probably play a little bit of music too. So come on in and man, enjoy the party. Peace.
Looks like there's a lag on me.
Well, it'll happen. It's
okay.
It's all part of us. We're gonna have a little lag, but I guess you know, with the pandemic, man, I think we got pretty leveled on the playing field. Even like bigger networks and stuff like that. Oh, why won't this let me post that? I got a connection. Let me try one more time. It says your video must be at least 1 minute long. Oh, damn. All right. Well, it says I saved it, so let me just post it. I guess I can't do an IG live unless it's at least a minute. I didn't think it was that fast. So, all right. And big networks, man, they're having to use the same kind of technology we're using.
Okay.
What's up, IG? So they're not really doing that much better as far as like video quality, audio quality, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll share that. All right, so if anybody comes through, if you're new to my channel, my name's Will, and I'm with Gamma Podz. Gamma Podz, a close friend of mine who's also just dropped a project on BandCamp. A lot of the details and stuff on where you can find it, and all his other music and whatnot. You can also find that stuff in the description, along with, you know, go check out the merchandise and things that he's put together. I did grab some really nice stuff in there. So come on in and chill with us for a bit. We won't be here too long, but definitely want to just, you know, celebrate that. We've been wanting to go live with it, you know, get the video dropped. So if you haven't seen the premiere, that dropped last night. So you can check that out on my YouTube channel as well. And it's just you know, he came up here. You know, it hasn't even been a year, man. It's only been like 9 months.
Yep.
Since you were here. And it seems like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, as much has happened since then. But yeah, so he came up with his wife, and you know what? He got a lot of fantastic you know, pictures and things like that. And so you know, coming back home from Maine, I think he felt like putting together something, and he definitely put together some freaking bangers, man. I mean, this has got like ski beats feel to it for me, you know, and that's really like when I can listen to the same tracks over and over again. I mean, there's not many people even out in, you know, the industry world where I do that. You know, I'm usually I'll listen to a song a couple times and move on, man. But I think I even told you as I was editing that video, I was having that thing on all the time, over and over. I never got tired of it. So props to you, man, for putting that together. Very, very dope project.
Thanks, man.
How did you feel while you were putting together some of these tracks?
Well, I initially I knew I was going to make some kind of project when I was there. Because before then, I was in like a sort of a rut, in a creative rut, looking for like a new outlet too. So I was like, this will be inspirational as far as for creativity, and that was part of the reason for the trip as well, for like inspiration, maybe like to push in a new direction possibly. And I think, man, we talked about when I was there. We talked about hardware synths, and also we talked about modular. And at that time in November, I was thinking about it, but I wasn't set on anything yet. And I went the Volca route first, and went with the Volcas just to put some analog feel into what I was doing, because prior to that, I was all in the DAW, so all coming from the computer. So I wanted to actually start detaching myself from the computer and go into synthesizers anyway. And modular was one thought that I had, but it wasn't a definite at that time yet. But I was seriously thinking about it. And I think by the time I left, modular, semi-modular was on the table. So like February, I picked up the Neutron and just started mulling stuff over and working stuff out. And the project was pretty quick, and by April I was done with it. But it was definitely a plan, but I didn't know exactly what it was going to be. So you can if there's any questions that you have or anybody in the chat has, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer it.
Yeah, I'm trying to share this on my Facebook page just to give people a chance to know that we're out here. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick? Let me see if I can add this to, yeah, I can actually right here. This is my, right here, boom. Yeah, so what I was going to say is what a learning curve, like the steepness of a learning curve of not only getting your first piece of hardware other than controllers, DJ equipment, things like that. Because you've been DJing for a long time. Yeah. So
I've DJed for close to 20 years, almost 18 years now.
So you've definitely had your hands on hardware, but it's usually been to manipulate something else. Yeah. And so to learn like the hardware portion of it, where to look, how to use it, how to integrate it. You can't even just go straight hardware. It's usually a almost like a weaning process. You can start out with like one piece, but you still need your computer. Yep. You can get another piece, and then you're kind of pulling yourself slowly away. But I hope that video, I was trying to demonstrate the growth from the time you were here to the time you left. And by virtue of just the 6 tracks that you made and the pictures you sent me and the things that transpired after you put the project together, it was like a whole growth process, really. Yep, even the labeling of the tracks, looking back on it now, a lot of them indicate like a movement from one place to another, like a seaside drive, things like that. So it was like just kind of like maybe it was subconscious, but there was an evolution between using the computer and trying to free yourself of those kind of because we can still get just as creative inside of a computer, but I think when you get your hands on something, it makes you use a different portion of your talents, and so it's been awesome to watch you grab your own things and make your own modules, and just to share that growth process with me. I've appreciated it very much, and I'm now a modular guy as well. So in a way, I helped to inspire someone who in turn just re-inspired me. And that's really what you want, is you want to have that back and forth, the iron sharpens iron type thing, so that has been great, because I didn't have a lot of people to turn to. I mean, I'm a hardware guy. You got a little bit from me. And then when you got a little bit of info from me, you use that to get your own knowledge base. And then I was able to get a little of that from you. And so, there's a bunch of dudes that are really doing great things out there. I do want to mention a few of these dudes. If you've got a few you want to mention.
Yes, definitely. I want to start out, man. Shout out to the Daydream Sound, because I found Mod Bap through the Daydream Sound, then went to B-Boy Tech, and then from there on, everybody, CV Dope, props to him.
Yep.
Ali, the Architect, props to him. Who else am I missing, man?
There's so many. I mean, Voltage Controller, who's
Voltage Controller,
helped me out quite a bit, and these guys don't even know. Flux, shout out to Flux.
Flux as well.
It's a lot of dudes that are out here. Yeah, I personally do want to also just shout out to B-Boy and the Mod Bap scene. Just the fact that somebody that can really gravitate towards a style of music, but then integrate things that are not natural into that genre is special to me. It's something that I think I remember the day, man. I think you and I were talking back and forth on Marco, and I came across Voltage Controllers. What was it? It was the what video was that? It was the Bronx. Bronx dude. What is Sean? Sean Price.
Sean Price,
Yeah, Sean Price video that he did. I did like a cover of a Sean Price track with his modular, and I was just like, wow, and I've been a huge fan of Colin Benders for a long time, and he does a lot of EDM live stuff on modular, but or whatever you want to. I don't know, that maybe it's house, maybe it's techno. I don't know. It's in that spectrum.
It's in the electronic spectrum,
and he's amazing. So shout out to all these dudes.
Yeah, Colin Benders. Also, a lot of inspiration from Colin Benders. Of course, he's way beyond my knowledge level as far as understanding what he actually does. I mean, I understand it better now that I've been doing it for a bit, but still, I'm just I'm a newbie, man. My toes in the water, but I'm like not even up to my knees yet. So
no, man, I mean, I'm not either. No.
A lot of learning, a long way to go.
That's a beautiful
figure.
That's a beautiful thing. I love that. I love that part.
Yeah. That just what you can do with like a single module in addition to the semi-modular. I mean, before I even built the whole the first row that I had the semi-modular, I had the Behringer Neutron. And I did most of the project with the Behringer Neutron.
And that's represented in the video as well. I don't know if you caught that, but you've got 4 songs that are only Neutron.
Yeah, the bass and most of the leads. I did use samples as well, especially in like 2 or 3 of the tracks were sample based with the synthesizers as well. So it was a pretty good integration of the computer, like the DAW Ableton Live, with the Neutron, some of the Voca. I used some of the Voca stuff. The sample I used a bit. Just,
Hold
I mean,
on.
it was.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Okay. So I just want to make this very clear. This guy has been sending me garbage beats that didn't make the project. And if we can't get him to come back with these garbage tracks and do us a favor and lend us his talent so we can listen, I'm going to shut my channel down if I can't make that happen. So
Yep.
I just want to make that very, very clear that this guy has probably 200. Gamma, tell him how many tracks you probably have that you didn't make the cut.
That didn't make, like, for just this project. There's probably another 10 finished, and then just a lot, like, a lot of snippets. I mean, you know how we do, man. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure everybody does. You'll start something and then put it to the side, or start something and say, I can use that and chop it up and use it as samples and stuff, which is, I mean, I haven't really even begun to get into that realm of it, to where I'm chopping up my own stuff and then replaying it. A la Voltage Controller, man. Just amazing what he does. My skill set is not that diverse yet, but I'll be there, because I'm not really a big sample guy in the fact that I don't chop. I didn't start chopping samples way back when. I mean,
Right.
the MPC and all that stuff is, I've never used an MPC other than the one in your studio.
Right.
I mean, I have the MPC app on my iPad, but I've used Machine. I was a Machine dude, Machine Gang, and Ableton. So I did use, like, hardware in that sense. Novation, I had a Launchpad as well. I got the circuit from you. I'm using the circuit now. Big bonus, man, and the stuff I'm churning out now is even a little bit more tailored, and
Right.
less guesswork, more
Right.
precision work.
It's what do you what's the word? Deliberate.
Yes.
Intentional sounds.
Intentional
You can definitely catch a lot of intentional sounds that you can use, but it is a beautiful thing when you can create them, when you know what it is that you're doing with the sound. But
in your head where you want to go, and then you're actually saying, okay, this is where I want to go, and then you know how to get there. I'm getting there. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play a track off this, if that's cool with you.
Not a problem.
This is my track. So if, like, I got to tell somebody, listen to one track off of this project, this is the one. So,
all right.
What should I let? Oh shit! I already showed you. I was gonna let you guess. You can hear that?
Yep.
dopeness,
Yeah.
pure dopeness.
And
Now,
that one was a.
go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead. That one was a mix of course samples and Neutron. And just I did my best to blend what I had. Of course, I mean the samples. You always have to change the samples and stuff. And I think I changed the samples there to fit the synth more so than vice versa. A lot of times I'll start with depends on what I start with, how it goes. But yeah, that was like a blending, and I tried to blend samples and the synthesizer in most of the tracks. So I mean that's indicative of what I was trying to do right there. I mean,
when you first sent that to me, I told you what I thought. I told you that that it sounded like when you have a bad wire in an interface, there's like a hum. And so that hum, I pointed that out. I was like, I don't know if you did that intentionally, bro, but that is one of the most amazing tracks I've ever heard. Really is. So
yeah, and the hiss was the hiss in that it was a plugin. But it was Ableton Max for Live plugin. Okay. Call. I'll give everybody the secrets if you can find it. Go to Max for Live. It's called Crap Cassette. You can set it. It's got settings. You can set it how you like it. As far as it's got a tape stop on it. I didn't use the tape stop. I don't think that much, but I did use a lot of the hum. And the good thing is that you can. It's got 50 hertz setting and it's got a 60 hertz setting. So the hum can be at like 50 cycles per second, or it could be at 60 cycles per second, which makes a difference as far as how it sounds and what kind of I guess what kind of tape machine it is. It's very versatile for a free plugin for Max for Live. I mean, some of them you pay for, but that one was actually free.
So with your knowledge now of Eurorack, how do you think we would go about making that?
You have Magneto. I think Magneto would probably be able to pull that off easily.
Yeah, with a high rate delay. Yeah, yep. You probably could. You can freeze it.
Alternately, anything with like white or pink noise would probably actually suffice too.
Yeah, I think the MS-20's got some pink noise generator, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, man, that's that track. And really the last two tracks on that, like the way that so that on the video and the last when Merge comes on, the lights are blinking. The lights are blinking to the beat on that. And to me, that's such a hard beat. Merge, man. Where did you get the idea? Was that something that you were kind of envisioning somebody else's track? Did you have an idea in mind that you heard, like got an inspiration for that track?
With Merge, I started with a sample. So I started Merge from a sample, and my goal was to merge, basically merge semi-modular with the DAW, and you just bringing together the Gamma Pod sound with different tools. So the sample, the beginning, that sample was the that sample. Well, not right now, but that sample was what I started with, and then I worked from there, and then started building my own sounds and taking snippets and samples. So it's just full of samples and full of synthesizer, and it's mashed together, and it's close and representative to like a lot of the stuff that I released up until now. And I think that track is the closest to what my old sound is, as far as the way I was doing things. And the other tracks are, I mean, I've done so many different tracks. I mean, they all sound like previous stuff that I've done at some point in time, but coming from a different medium. So coming from like the synthesizer instead of the soft synth, coming from a hard synth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part is how do you, like, if you need 4 voices for a single chord on a modular, you need four either 4 independent oscillators, or you need something that can break up one sound into multiple parts.
Yeah, dual polyphony. Yeah.
Yeah, so in order to create chords, or you need something that can record and play itself back, and like Magneto can give you a chord, but you're not going to be able to really play it. There are some settings where you can play, but yeah, I mean, you have to find those tools. So that's another cool adventure.
But I mean, I love that track, man. As far as like car listening, Merge is my car track. Like any other time, just for just for like pure listening, it would be probably track number 2.
Cold, was that Cold Water on that one? I can't
remember. I think Cold Waters is 5. Track 2 is, let me actually look because I forget the names of these things sometimes. So
Edge of Space. Yeah,
Edge of Space. Edge of Space is my favorite as far as the sound, the way the sound is, because I tried to make it make it kind of offbeat. I tried to make it offbeat and not in a similar vein to what I was doing. And one other thing I said I was going to mention, you notice, I think I talked with you about this, but I didn't spend a lot of time like on the project. I kind of like just went with what I was doing and tried to actually knock it out and do whatever kind of mixing right there and then be done with it. So a lot of it's rough sounding and it's not mixed well in some spots, but it's intentional the way it was mixed because I didn't want to actually spend a lot of time worrying about like the smaller things that I worry about. I just wanted to actually bring the music out, and then how it sounds. It's like making a gumbo or something. Just put everything in the gumbo, and like I know the gumbo is going to be decent because of everything I'm putting in, but I'm not spending time to season it to perfection.
I would call that authentic. It's not more or less. It's what it is. It's what you gave it. And there's a lot of meat in that gumbo. So very dope, man. And anybody else, man, that comes along that goes to pick up this album, it's on BandCamp. You can find it in the description. I'm sure there's a link there. And let us know what you thought, what your favorite track was. And yeah, because I think it's always interesting to hear. You think you could probably, but by knowing someone, what their favorite track from someone would be. But I always think it's interesting to hear what people think of other people's music. So it's all
for the most. From what I see, man, the track that I always like the best is not usually what other people tell me they like the best, and I understand. Because I mean, inside, the good thing about this is I did it and then I let it rest, and I didn't even really listen to it. The only time I really listened to it is when you were sending me videos back when you came up with the first draft of the video. That was the first time I listened to it again after I did it. And And
That's
when I
gross,
heard
though.
it again, when I heard it again, I actually said, you know what? These tracks I really like. A lot of my older stuff I'll listen to and I'll be like, yeah, I like it, but
No, it's got some juice.
it's
For sure.
representative of like a time. And I mean, I loved that anyway. I mean, because when I go back and listen, or if anybody goes back and listen, even like stuff I have released on BandCamp or Spotify or anything like that, it shows my growth a lot, and where I actually am in my musical journey. So it's like a library for me, or like a reference, something I can go back and reference and see my growth in this particular time period. Or I mean, so I love it for that. I like to go back and listen to some of the stuff that I did previously.
It's just like
But
putting up YouTube
like you were
videos.
saying, I got a lot of bangers and heat that didn't make the project because I wanted the project to have a certain feel.
Mhm.
So a lot of stuff is a little bit more like there's a lot of upbeat stuff on there. Then a lot of stuff that didn't kind of fit the mood of what I was trying to come across. Because when I went to Maine, it was like winter-esque.
Yeah, it was. It just turned on
I
you.
went right before December. I mean, I was there late November, and so it was getting cold. So the album, I kind of wanted to have the winter feeling.
Mhm.
And then a lot of the tracks that I did had more of like a spring summer vibe, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
I do.
I didn't put them on the project. Tried to go with the winter sound, like that, where the sun's askew.
Right.
Yep.
It worked out. It worked out, and hopefully we can get together again after Rona takes a break, gives us all a breather. We have to
Rona, man. Like hopefully we can link up again, man. Another trip sometime soon. But with Rona now, we'll see what happens in the later months of the year.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was thinking I was trying to buckle down for a solid year. That's what I was thinking. So it could be 2. It could be 2 years. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, by that time we'll have full carrying cases full of gear. We'll just go set up in the woods somewhere.
Yep. I'll be portable, man. I'll be able to bring my rig with me next time I travel.
Definitely.
So yeah, man, and that's one thing too, man. Like the portability of modular, man. I mean, like I understand, like you've got a modular as well, but it's not like you're gonna take the profit and take the profit out into the woods with you. I mean,
no, absolutely
like,
no.
Yeah, I mean, but the modular setup you can take with you anywhere for the most part if you have a small enough portable.
And this thing, it might be a desktop, but it's not it's not mobile. I actually did this thing to Texas to visit a friend once, but it was such a bad idea. I mean, at least that thing I can fold it while it's all
close it up. Everything's inside. Yeah,
exactly. And I actually did that and went, on the coasts. I think last weekend or a week after that. It was great to be able to set up on the freaking water and do something. Like that's an incredible feeling. I never thought that would be the case that quickly, that I could just like be on the water making music without a computer, without like an MPC, something to power it. So it's great. And it's given me a lot of it's very therapeutic, man, just to be dialing in sound, zoning out on just what you're doing. I'm a very kind of hands-on person. So man, I was always taking shit apart in my house. My mother used to get pissed. I'm taking apart everything. So now at least I can take apart things that are supposed to be. And yeah, it's been an awesome journey. And I'm just trying to get my own hands familiar with the workflow of creating in real time on a modular. So I think it'll, like anything else, man, it just takes time just to figure out everything.
A lot of fun along the way too.
Yeah. Sure is.
Just figuring out different things. I mean, just figuring out different things in the modular setup, and how you can do what you did in a DAW in a modular. I mean, it takes a little bit of thought sometimes for some of the things, but I mean, I'm finding it pretty seamless now. My initial learning curve on the semi-modular just got me to where I'm comfortable with it, and then once I started getting modules and building the rack, then I was like, okay, I understand this and I understand that and I understand how this integrates with that, and still a lot of stuff that, I mean, I need to integrate into it because I'm still using the DAW for a few things, and I need to focus on effects, I think, next. But
yep.
so far been fun.
Yeah, man, it has in the modular community as a whole, very supportive, like inclusive.
Oh,
and
man,
it's been a different world,
Yeah, I mean, it's just totally different, man. The modular community, and I mean, not just the mod BAP community, but the modular community in general.
Experimental. They just want to enjoy the sounds. They don't even care what genre it is.
Yeah, and everybody's at different levels of growth, and you don't get people like dumping on you because you don't sound perfect, or it's not exactly like this, or like this person, or like that person. Everybody's just like, oh man, that's great. And I think people take inspiration. I mean, I do when I see other guys performing. I'm like, man, that's awesome. And I'm trying to be on the same wavelength of like, man, how can I get to that level? I mean, I want to get to that level because,
you are, though. I mean, you send me private videos all the time of what you're doing and working on and shit. So yeah, man, it's just practice and shit, we all we're at,
And another thing too, I've been like not really working on anything solid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've been just messing around and practicing with the modular. So now that this project is released, and because I really didn't want to start working on anything else until I got this one out into the air.
I hear you.
But now, I mean, with the things that I've learned thus far and the skills that I've acquired, the next project should be even crazier, even better.
It should be. It's gonna be. I know it will be.
Yep. I'm waiting for yours though, man. I know it's coming.
Man, let's hope one day I'll get my shit together.
Hey man, check out the Odd Pilot 2 on Spotify, man. I was listening to your track the other day, man. And like one of my homies was like, man, like, who's this? I was like, oh, I know this guy, man. This is I Will Create, man. Odd Pilot.
Thanks, bro.
So yeah, man, check Will out too. A lot of dope stuff, man. I know you're gonna come up with a dope project, so I'm just waiting on the.
There's definitely some fire verses from a couple dudes. So I got probably three or four tracks ready, but I don't know. It's just like I've got enough, but I don't know. Yeah. It's the whole thing. How much do I really want to leave it like it is? How much do I want to, like, I guess what you were just talking about, like, are you going to nitpick it to death because it's your first project? Are you just going to do it? Whatever. So, and then I had some other things I wanted to do, and then coronavirus, I wanted to get everybody involved in a beat night, and then it just seems like the world's just fucking fighting everybody. So, you just do what you can do. And, but yeah, I appreciate the support, and, I'll definitely have something. I want to have it done by the end of this year, hopefully. Yeah. So 2020, hope. But, well, yeah, man, it's been dope having you to chill and talk. And I just wanted to say what's up to everybody, Rob Wallace and Rhythmic Design, and AS, Anthony Smith, and everybody that came in, Inverted Popes. I appreciate you, man. And
thanks for the support, guys, man. Thanks for the support. Definitely.
Else that showed up and just hung out, we appreciate it. Just give us a thumb or something. It's getting kind of dusty around here. So we appreciate the support. All right, everybody. Yep. And we'll come back when we got something else for you. Sound good?
Peace, guys.
Man. I'm going to play you guys out. I'm going to play Merge on out, and then we'll close it off, if that's cool with you. It's Merge. Peace, Gamma. Now that he's gone, make sure you go buy that. Support this dude.
Perhaps I was talking when I should have been listening. I was giving my modulators a 10-second rest.